So we've seen the distributive property a few times actually throughout this course already, but we're just going to analyze it a little more closely. But just a quick recall, remember that's A times B plus A times C, so you can distribute that. And just real quickly to think of this in terms of numbers, well, we wouldn't normally distribute here because I can do 2 plus 7, right? Because that would be 5 times 9, which is 45. But let's verify that the distributive property really does work. It's good to see this with numbers. So 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 7 would be plus 35. And we do see we get 45. And so that's why we're able to use it for variable expressions. And it's just a nice way to clear out the parentheses. So for the next one, you would distribute the 3 to both of those. So 3 times 1 is 3 plus 6x. All right. And again, that's nice because now there's no parentheses. You can sometimes simplify if there's like terms. We'll see some of those. This one here, x times 1 is x. And I mentioned this in the last section. This is the time you got to watch out for the exponent to change because x times 5x would now be 5x squared, right? Because you're multiplying an x times another x. All right, and this one, even a little bit more going on. Negative 2x squared times 4x would be negative 8x to the, what power you think? X squared times x. Well, that would increase the exponent to a 3. And then the next one would be negative 2x squared times negative x cubed. So that would be plus 2x to the 5th. All right, just a couple more examples along these lines. May not do all of these. Maybe I'll do this one and then the third one. So 2xy times x, that's 2 times x squared y. Then the next one would be negative 2x y squared, because it's a y times a y. Then minus 10x cubed y, and then plus 2xy. So after you do all 4 distributions. The second one would be pretty similar. I'll do the next one just because it has the fractions. 1/3 x times 9. Okay, so imagine this. The 3 cancels out with the 9. So that ends up being 3x. Then on the next multiplication, the 3 cancels out with the 27 because 3 goes into 27 9 times. So that would be negative 9, but x times x would be x squared. 3 goes into 81. Well, that's 27 times, so that reduces to be a plus 27 xy. And then finally, one last one. 3 goes into 33 11 times, so that would be minus 11 x squared y to the 4th. All right, and now one last part is if you have like multiple grouping symbols, so you're still using the distributive property, but you start with the innermost set of parentheses. All right, so first have to distribute that x in the parentheses. So I'm just going to leave all the other bracket stuff the same. So 5, that would be plus 2x minus 3x squared. So you see that cleared out the parentheses. Now you can distribute the x through the bracket because that's just the same as a grouping symbol. Parentheses, brackets, they both represent multiplication. So 5x plus 10x squared minus 3x cubed. Okay. And here again, maybe I'll just do the last one to finish up. So multiply the 2 to both, so everything else stays the same. 4xy plus 2x plus 14z. All right, and then now distribute the x over 2. So there's going to be some canceling happening here. 2 goes into 4 2 times, so that's going to be 2x squared y. 2 goes into 2 once, so that cancels to a 1. So x times x would be x squared. 2 goes into 14 7 times, so plus 7xz.